The greatest sages have always known one fundamental truth. Your brain is not just a tool, but your destiny itself. It shapes your thoughts, determines your actions, and ultimately leads you to success or failure. However, most of us fail to fully tap into the potential of our minds. We allow doubts to creep in, limiting beliefs to hold us back, and invisible fears to restrain our progress. But what if I told you there is a way to overcome these barriers? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." We are not as weak as we think, nor as limited as we assume. Most obstacles in life do not come from the outside world, but originate from our own thoughts. When we change the way we think, we change our reality. So, how can you train your brain to become limitless? How can you overcome every doubt and achieve any goal? In this video, we will explore practical strategies to help you unlock the hidden power of your mind, something that can change your life forever. If you are ready to embark on this journey, leave a comment saying, "I'm ready," and let's get started. Focus on progress over perfection. Perfection, in theory, sounds like a noble goal. We often tell ourselves that only when everything is perfect can we succeed or be recognized. But what is the reality? It is a trap, a sophisticated illusion created by our minds that makes us procrastinate, hesitate, and doubt ourselves. We are afraid to start a project because we fear it's not good enough. We hesitate to venture into a new field because we worry we are not skilled enough. When we face failure, we blame ourselves instead of seeing it as a valuable lesson. The Stoic philosophers understood this well. Epictetus once said, "Nothing great is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a figure. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." The message is clear. Greatness does not come instantly. Success is a journey, not a destination. If you focus only on perfection from the beginning, you will miss the opportunity to grow, experiment, and learn from your mistakes. Imagine standing before a new opportunity, a field you have always wanted to pursue. Instead of taking action, you tell yourself that you are not ready, that you need to learn more and prepare more. Day after day, you postpone it simply because you fear you won't do well on the first try. Then, one day, you realize the opportunity has passed, leaving only regret. One of the greatest athletes in history, Michael Jordan, once faced a similar situation. In high school, he was cut from his basketball team. For someone less determined, that could have been the end. But for Jordan, it was just the beginning. He spent thousands of hours practicing, perfecting every shot, movement, and strategy. In the end, failure did not stop him. It only made him stronger. He once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." This philosophy is worth embracing. Success does not come from avoiding failure, but from knowing how to rise after each fall. If Jordan had waited until he was perfect before stepping onto the court, the world might never have known the legend that bears his name. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is controlling what we can and letting go of what we cannot. We cannot control every external factor, nor can we instantly become the best in our field. But we can control our effort, persistence, and commitment to daily progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, has value. When you aim to learn a new language, you do not need to be fluent overnight. When you want to improve your fitness, you do not need to have the perfect body within weeks. What matters is that you make progress every day, even if it is just a little. When you accept that progress is more important than perfection, you free yourself from the pressure of unrealistic expectations. You allow yourself to experiment, fail, and learn without being shackled by fear. If perfection is not the key to success, what allows you to keep growing? The answer lies in learning from those who have come before. A great mentor does not just impart knowledge. They change the way you see yourself. They help you realize potential you never thought you had. They offer practical advice, helping you avoid unnecessary mistakes. More importantly, they inspire you to continue your journey even when you feel like giving up. Transforming yourself is not just about achieving success. It is about becoming the best version of yourself. But how do you find the right mentor? How do you learn from them effectively? Most importantly, how do you turn what you have learned into motivation to rise? We will explore these questions in the next section, the power of a great teacher. There is a simple yet profound truth. A teacher can completely change our lives, not by providing all the answers, but by asking the right questions. They spark self-awareness, encourage us to commit to our own goals, and open doors to new ways of thinking. A true teacher does not merely guide, but challenges us to see what we may never have noticed before. Stoic philosophy has long emphasized the role of guidance in personal development. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This statement highlights an important truth. When we believe we already know enough, we close ourselves off from learning opportunities. Great teachers help us recognize the limits of our understanding, instilling humility and a willingness to change. They do not merely instruct, but push us beyond our comfort zones, enabling us to surpass our former selves. Perhaps no one understood the power of mentorship better than Steve Jobs. He was not only a technological genius, but also a living testament to personal transformation through proper guidance. In Apple's early years, Jobs was ambitious but lacked maturity in management. His shortcomings led to his ousting from the very company he founded, a failure that seemed to mark the end of his career. Ed Catmull, the founder of Pixar, was not only a talented leader, but also the person who helped Jobs understand the value of listening, patience, and true creativity. During his time at Pixar, Jobs learned how to manage an organization without micromanaging, trust his team, and, most importantly, let ideas develop naturally rather than forcing them. This mentorship transformed him, not just into a better entrepreneur, but into a true leader. When he returned to Apple, he led the company to become one of the greatest technology giants in the world. Without the lessons from mentors like Catmull, Apple as we know it today might not exist. A great mentor does not merely give advice. They help us see what we have never seen before, challenge old ways of thinking, and push us beyond our perceived limits. They do not make decisions for us, but guide us toward making better ones for ourselves. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we cannot fully control our fate, we can control how we learn from those around us. By remaining humble and persistent in our pursuit of knowledge, we transform ourselves from individuals bound by fear and doubt into people without limits. Think back to your own life. Has there ever been someone who said something, asked a question, or simply believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself? That person could have been a teacher in a classroom, a boss, a friend, or even a stranger whose passing remark changed your perspective. Such moments may seem small, but they have the power to alter the course of our lives. On the journey of self-improvement, we cannot walk alone. We need teachers and guides, not to show us every step, but to awaken within us the ability to find our own path. Sometimes, that teacher is not a specific person, but a book, a philosophy, or even painful yet valuable experiences. If you have not yet found a mentor, perhaps it is time to open your mind, embrace humility in learning, and be ready to receive the lessons life has to offer. If you already have a mentor, be grateful, for they are helping you become the best version of yourself. Overcoming shame and childhood wounds. Have you ever felt as though a part of you is imprisoned in the past, shaped by painful memories, wounds, or shame that you have carried since childhood? Like an invisible shadow, these experiences cling to us, shaping the way we see ourselves in the world. Overcoming these scars is not easy, but if we do not face them, they become chains that hold us back, preventing us from moving forward. Alex grew up in a family where love was a luxury. His father was a strict man who rarely showed affection or tenderness. Whenever Alex made a mistake, he did not receive guidance, only cold reproach and harsh words that made him feel worthless. Over time, young Alex withdrew, constantly afraid of making mistakes and always carrying the feeling that he was never good enough. As he grew older, he thought he had escaped his past. But deep inside, the pain still lingered, affecting how he treated others and himself. He was easily hurt by criticism, avoided intimacy in relationships, and deep down, still believed he was unworthy of love. We cannot change the past. We cannot force others to love us the way we wish they had. But we can choose not to let the past define who we are. Alex realized that no matter how much he blamed his father or resented the past, he was the one suffering. His own shame and pain controlled him, not his father. And if he did not learn to forgive and let go, he would forever remain a prisoner of his past. Forgiveness is not easy. It does not mean accepting what happened or denying the pain endured. Instead, forgiveness is an act of liberation, freeing others from our judgments and, more importantly, freeing ourselves from the burdens of the past. Alex came to understand that his father, too, was a product of his past. Perhaps his father had also grown up in a harsh environment where love was not naturally expressed. With this realization, Alex decided to call his father, not to reclaim what was lost, but to see him with deeper understanding. Their first conversation was awkward, filled with long silences that carried an ocean of unspoken emotions. But when Alex spoke about his feelings, not with blame, but with sincerity, something miraculous happened. His father, once so cold, was silent for a long time before sighing and admitting, "I never knew how to be a good father." That simple sentence was enough to break the invisible wall between them. Alex no longer saw his father as a powerful figure he had to fight against, but simply as a human being, one with his own wounds and limitations. At that moment, Alex realized that forgiveness was not about whether his father deserved it. It was about whether he himself deserved freedom. He was no longer the wounded child of the past, but a man who could choose how to respond to life. Resentment no longer controlled him, and for the first time in his life, he felt truly at peace. Childhood wounds do not simply disappear, but they can become the force that makes us stronger. Stoicism teaches us that instead of letting the past bind us, we should use it as a lesson for growth. Only when we stop imprisoning ourselves in old stories can we truly write a new chapter for our lives. Alex not only healed his relationship with his father, but more importantly, he healed himself. If you, too, carry wounds from the past, remember this: you have the power to choose how to respond. You cannot change what has happened, but you can decide how to move forward. Do not let past pain control your present life. Belts and feeling the moment of victory, even when it was still far away, was not arrogance, but rather a mental program that made success inevitable. If you pay attention, the most successful people in every field have one thing in common. They have a clear vision of success before it happens. World-class athletes, top entrepreneurs, and even Stoic philosophers use the power of imagination to prepare for challenges. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor and Stoic philosopher, practiced a form of visualization called premeditatio malorum, imagining the difficulties that could arise. However, this was not just to prepare for the worst, but also to build an unshakable spirit in the face of adversity. If you can visualize a negative outcome and remain steadfast, then you can also visualize a positive outcome and trust in it. In reality, visualization is not mere daydreaming. When you imagine achieving a goal, your brain activates the same areas as if you were actually performing the action. This means that when you visualize yourself confidently giving a speech in front of hundreds of people, your brain is practicing for that moment even before you step on stage. When you visualize career success, you are training your mind to turn that vision into reality. But visualization alone is not enough. It must be combined with consistent action. To sustain those actions, repetition is key. Imagine working out at the gym. Lifting weights on first day may leave you sore, but if you persist, your muscles will grow. The mind works the same way. When you repeatedly reinforce positive thoughts, you build a mental muscle that strengthens your resilience against challenges. Are you telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you will fail? Or are you planting powerful affirmations of success in your mind? No one can fully control their circumstances, but you can control what you repeat in your mind, and that has the power to change your life. Stoicism teaches that inner control matters more than external circumstances. When you control your thoughts, you control your actions, and from there, you shape your destiny. Repeat positive affirmations every day. Visualize your success vividly, and most importantly, take action to make it real. Developing habits and changing mindsets. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to be unlimited by barriers? They achieve things that others only dare to dream of. They don't stop at failure. They don't get caught up in negative emotions. And they always move forward. The difference between them and the rest of the world lies not in innate talent or luck, but in a simple yet powerful factor: habits and mindset. Every small action you take each day contributes to shaping your future. Habits are not just repetitive behaviors. They are the building blocks of your life. If you develop habits of laziness, procrastination, or giving up easily, you are laying a weak foundation for failure. On the other hand, if you cultivate good habits such as perseverance, self-discipline, and continuous learning, you are paving the way for success. Stoic philosophy understands the power of habits and mindset well. Epictetus once said, "Every habit and faculty is confirmed and strengthened by the corresponding actions, walking by walking, running by running." This is the core principle of change. You become what you repeatedly do. If you want to be strong, you must practice strength daily. If you want to develop an infinite mindset, you must practice it every second, every minute. Take Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, as an example. One of the boldest and most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Branson is not a born genius. He does not possess a superhuman intellect or a perfect starting point. Instead, he relies on one crucial principle: relentless work and maintaining progressive habits. Despite building a multi-billion-dollar business empire, Branson still wakes up early, exercises daily, and constantly seeks new opportunities. More importantly, he never views failure as the end. He sees it as part of the learning process. This is evident in how he approaches challenges. Instead of being discouraged by failure, he learns from it, adjusts his strategy, and moves forward. The key here is not grand gestures, but persistence with small, consistent habits. This is also the core principle of Stoic philosophy. No success happens overnight. Everything is a result of continuous effort. To achieve any goal, you must not only change your habits, but also your mindset. Most people live with invisible limitations they impose on themselves. They believe they can only reach a certain level, that they are not good enough, not smart enough, or not lucky enough. But the truth is, limitations exist only in your mind. Stoic philosophy teaches that what is within our control is our thoughts and actions. Everything else is an illusion. If you truly want to achieve a goal, you must change how you perceive yourself. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for motivation. Take action even when you're not ready. The rules of action. Imagine you're sitting in a cafe, dreaming about the life you've always desired. An admirable career, a healthy body, a strong mind. You look out the window and picture yourself in the future, strong, determined, having achieved everything you long for. But then you return to reality. The cup of coffee is still full, and the laptop in front of you remains blank. All you have are drifting thoughts, while action hasn't yet begun. That's the problem. We can sit all day and draw up perfect plans, but if there's no concrete action, everything remains on paper. Success is not the result of pure thinking, but the combination of continuous thought and action. This is why Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of proactivity. Thinking about goals is necessary, but it's meaningless without practical steps. Every great idea only truly matters when expressed through consistent action. No one can build the life you want for you. No one can accomplish your goals for you. Positive thinking, goal setting, and planning, all of these things matter. But if you don't take real action, they remain fanciful dreams. History doesn't honor those who only sit and dream. It records those who dare to act. Take Elon Musk, one of the greatest minds of our time. He didn't just sit and think about a future where humans could live on Mars or electric cars would replace gas engines. He got to work on making them happen. From the early days with Zip2 and X.com, later PayPal, Musk proved that he wasn't just a dreamer. He saw opportunities, seized them, and worked tirelessly to turn ideas into reality. When founding Tesla and SpaceX, Musk bet almost his entire fortune and faced skepticism, failure, and even the risk of bankruptcy. But instead of giving up, he kept working, adjusted strategies, found solutions, and acted every day to get closer to his goals. What makes Musk special isn't just that he has great ideas. It's that he never stops at ideas. He acts, he experiments, he accepts failure, and keeps going. And the result? He has transformed entire industries, automotive, space, and renewable energy, all because he took action when others were only dreaming. So ask yourself, Are you ready to break free from limitations? Are you willing to challenge the beliefs that have held you back? If your answer is yes, then start today. Build strong habits, develop a powerful mindset, and most importantly, take action. Because in the end, success belongs to those who do, not just those who dream. Some people move forward while others remain stuck. The difference isn't in ability, but in persistence. Acting once is not enough. You can't go to the gym for a single day and expect a toned body, nor can you read one book and instantly become an expert. Every worthwhile achievement requires continuous, relentless effort. The biggest challenge is persisting in action even when you don't see immediate results. There will be days when you feel exhausted, when doubt creeps in, and when giving up seems like the easier choice. But that's precisely when you must remind yourself that every small step matters. A freshly planted seed doesn't show results right away, but with daily care, it will eventually bloom. Likewise, your efforts today may not yield immediate results, but if you keep going, they will make a difference. Unlimited thinking means nothing without action. The great achievements of history were not built on dreams alone, but on persistent action. Now, the question is, what will you do with that knowledge? Look at your goals. What do you want most in life? Have you taken concrete steps toward it? Or are you still waiting for the perfect moment? The truth is, there is no perfect moment. There's only now. Take action today, no matter how small. Write that plan. Send that important email. Start the project you've been postponing. Don't let your life be a series of unfulfilled dreams. Act now. Some people move forward while others remain stuck. The difference isn't ability, but in persistence. Acting once is not enough. You can't go to the gym for a single day and expect a toned body, nor can you read one book and instantly become an expert. Every worthwhile achievement requires continuous, relentless effort. The biggest challenge is persisting in action even when you don't see immediate results. There will be days when you feel exhausted, when doubt creeps in, and when giving up seems like the easier choice. But that's precisely when you must remind yourself that every small step matters. A freshly planted seed doesn't show results right away, but with daily care, it will eventually bloom. Likewise, your efforts today may not yield immediate results, but if you keep going, they will make a difference. Unlimited thinking means nothing without action. The great achievements of history were not built on dreams alone, but on persistent action. Now, the question is, what will you do with that knowledge? Look at your goals. What do you want most in life? Have you taken concrete steps toward it? Or are you still waiting for the perfect moment? The truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is only now. Take action today, no matter how small. Write that plan. Send that important email. Start the project you've been postponing. Don't let your life be a series of unfulfilled dreams. Act now, transforming fear and stress into strength. Fear and stress are inevitable emotions, natural responses to uncertainty, change, and challenge. They signal that we are stepping into something new or difficult. However, rather than allowing these emotions to control us, we can learn to manage them, maintaining calm and focus on our goals. Mastering this skill not only helps us overcome obstacles, but also transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. The philosophy of Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control our emotions directly, we can control how we react to them. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This highlights the power of the mind. By changing our perception of a problem, we can change our emotions and, in turn, our ability to overcome difficulties. Fear and stress may accompany us throughout life, but instead of letting them dominate, we can use them as tools for self-development. Fear does not signify weakness or failure. Rather, it indicates that we are stepping up to a challenge. It presents an opportunity to prove our abilities, to learn and to grow. Choosing to face fear head-on rather than being paralyzed by it is a defining trait of those who succeed. Consider Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Throughout her career, she has faced immense pressure, from critical matches against top opponents to relentless public and media scrutiny. Yet, she has consistently adjusted her mindset, maintained composure, and remained focused on her ultimate goal. Even in moments of failure, she has found ways to rise again. With 23 Grand Slam titles, She is a testament to resilience and self-mastery. Overcoming stress and fear doesn't just lead to external success. It also fosters deep personal growth. When we develop patience and emotional control, we become stronger in every situation. This doesn't mean we won't feel anxiety or stress, but it does mean we will know how to manage them effectively, transforming them into motivation for personal development. Stoicism reminds us that while life is constantly changing, our attitude and response determine our outcomes. The most successful individuals are not those who never face difficulties, but those who approach challenges with calmness, rationality, and persistence. By learning to control our emotions, we unlock the ability to achieve our greatest goals. Serena Williams' career demonstrates that patience, focus, and emotional resilience are essential elements of success. She has faced pressure and setbacks, but has consistently used them as fuel to push herself further. If you want to achieve your goals, the first step is learning to master your emotions. Don't let fear or stress hold you back. Face them, control them, and turn them into stepping stones for self-improvement. When you take charge of your thoughts and emotions, you open the door to a limitless life where any goal is within reach. Final thoughts. In this discussion, we have explored how Stoicism can help train the mind, break through personal limitations, and achieve any goal. From controlling emotions to building perseverance and determination, Stoicism offers a clear and practical path for continuous growth. These principles are not just theoretical. They can be applied in everyday life to help you stay strong and focused, no matter the challenges you face. Now, it's your turn. What do you think about these Stoic principles? Have you applied them in your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future insights. Stay tuned for more strategies to help you reach your greatest potential.